How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddleson here, and welcome to another episode of Doctor Who as we get into episode number 5 of Series 13, aka Flux. I'm still trying to process the events of last week's episode because I've got to say that was probably one of the best cliffhangers of New Who. It was just really extraordinary and something that I could not foresee happening, but here we are. We're entering episode 5, wondering what the heck is going to happen, how we're going to inevitably free the Doctor from becoming the weeping angel that she became at the ending of last week's episode. And just everything in general, as next week will be the final episode until New Year. It'll only be a few weeks, but then we'll have to wait. I think it's Easter. And then autumn will be Jodie's last episode, so yes. But still, it's been a really fantastic season. I'm just going to pause it here because it's about to start. But yeah, it has been a fantastic season for me. I've had no major complaints regarding this series. It's just been phenomenal stuff, and I am glad to see a welcoming reception that this series has been getting for the majority of those who've been watching Doctor Who Flux, because it has been a phenomenal journey. And last week's episode was aside from Blake, in my opinion, probably my favorite Weeping Angel story that we've had. But I'm excited to come into this one. I know that there is seemingly a couple of returning faces. One has already been confirmed, who we have not seen on TV, at least for a Doctor Who aspect, since series 9, I believe. So yes, but there are teasers about a couple of returning peeps, so I'm intrigued. But yes, this is episode number 5 of Series 13. Looking forward to checking out this episode of Doctor Who. So with that said, let's go. Wait, what? Wait, what the heck?
They are lost. My friends are never lost.
Oh, just the way they have that gloating. Poor Dan. That high ground over the Doctor.
What was it again? One tug.
Jericho. Poor Dan.
Have you got it?
I think so.
I'm sure I can get one of those at the NQ.
Where? I've met you.
You won't be told, will you?
It's a defining trait. Who are you? And where are we?
The Doctor's not one to listen to caution.
Doctor. Welcome back.
Oh boy.
Fight for the future!
Who sent you? Why are you following us?
Answer the question, or fight your toes!
Ah, come on. Of course. Answers die with me.
Jolly good thing, too. I was just about to bop him with his own teapot. Now we have an
We have to protect Jericho. If he dies, I'm rioting.
Dead weight.
If I may say, such a task force is long overdue.
Do you think so? Yes, I must admit I'm a little at sea. It's not my area of expertise.
I have a feeling where this is going to go.
This is beyond our normal ken.
Foreseen somewhere by some smart people. You need to figure out that date and help the Earth.
Last stand
That's all I have. I'm
against
sorry, it's not more.
Flux, really.
I'm probably worried for you if you're hearing this. And I'm sure I missed you.
My Phasmin heart's just
I know you do.
died.
Can't go to Hyper. I'm on a mission here.
You are not a looper.
Do your hyperjack me.
Don't you dare speak against Carl Vinister.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh no!
Still.
She was so close, wasn't she?
Outside. The division. The control center from which
Universe
all our
1, you
operatives were
mentioned her.
directed. And there, beyond division, the next universe and the next beyond that. Multiverses. Our term became quaint a long time ago. So here we are, outside one universe, on the cusp of many more.
An infinite?
Dimensional.
To the next. To preserve what will have gone.
That universe isn't going anywhere.
It's over, Doctor. It has been ever since we let a virus into the experiment.
What sort of virus?
You got out from Division, and you couldn't leave the universe alone. Yeah, I blame myself a little.
Rogue
mostly
against a
I blame
Division.
you. In front of it.
Division created the flux because you're scared of me.
Not scared, wary, perhaps.
How much power do you imagine I have?
You inspire.
That she
Make them
does.
question and rise up. You give them hope. That can be problematic.
Who even are you?
Imagine being punished for being
You don't
great.
remember. I'm the one who found you. I brought you to Gallifrey and raised you.
There we go. I was so hoping you'd beat the Ronnie.
The woman you used to call.
He's a shouter. He's very good. Keeps everyone on their toes.
Well, the facility is marvelous.
Yes.
How you expect to protect this pitiful race, I do not know.
What do you
Oh no. There we go. Oh, what the heck? Ah, that's nasty.
They're your experiments, just as you were mine.
No, come on, don't put that on. Don't put that on her.
This just shows I was right to order your memories erased. Ood got her.
Yes, take it.
Oh.
I was pretty sure you could. What are you gonna do about it?
You don't want to say. Whoops.
So tiny.
Unless Vinda had a plan. No? Okay.
Bossip, I don't get any up here. I'll take anything.
I think the telephone's been invented.
Telephone?
Yes, you use it to talk to people, to communicate.
I'm a hermit.
We would have got
I love this guy. I'm loving
You
these
mean you
characters.
haven't? Fetch. Your dog.
Beg your pardon?
Fetch your dog.
Car
You have a
Minister.
dog? Is that it? Does this make any sense to you?
And if it did, how do we fetch him?
That's your problem. I don't know.
I haven't I?
Nice. Nice.
What the Rayfax is that? I don't have time travel, you idiot.
Ah.
This so annoys Earth. Earth will be the ultimate apex of destruction. It is designed that way.
Of course. Of course. Wait. Is that a fob watch? That's a fob watch! Oh!
You found it.
To your many decades of public
That's
service,
her, isn't it?
your
All
very
of
happy
her.
retirement.
One Scouser to another.
Hey, Dan, are you from Liverpool? Why have you never mentioned it?
All right, Sheffield, keep your cutlery on.
There he is again.
All right, mate. Can I just check? You're not a ghost, are you?
Oh!
Was that ghostly, sir? Finally. I've been at my wit's end.
Oh.
I've so much to show you. There's so little time. Come.
Well, this will be a push forward. So.
No, I'd never agree to any of this. No matter how strong the incentive.
It is tempting,
What if I
but
left the Earth? What if we let your friends live
That just... Oh, no, Doctor's not going to bite to that because it's not just Earth, it's the universe.
Corner for a while.
Hey!
But these are turbulent times, Kate. Calm down, Kate.
I am the head of the unit. And if you don't stop
don't
this,
tell
I
Kate
will expose
to
you.
calm.
And I shan't hesitate to call in a favor from someone you really don't want to argue with. Do we understand each other?
I don't want... I would not be pulling any bullshit with her.
Osgood, I have to go dark.
Osgood! That serpent guy's asked for death.
What was that?
Someone... Oh.
This is Lupari Command. All ships, we are under attack.
Oh, shit.
Where I have endeavored to make sense
Here
of
we
it
go.
all. This chamber.
Ensure all missile systems are aimed inwards at the planet's surface. Have the list of target signals.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Oh, yeah. It's just like Hydra.
Everything is in place. Do we have an agreement?
The proposal is acceptable.
Destroy all Lupari. The Lupari must...
Oh, please don't tell me Carvinister's gonna die. So that's on Sontarans were... Yeah.
I'm gonna save my friends.
We could heal this pain of yours so easily.
You released me. Now
A
I
failed
release you.
experiment. Oh, shit! Oh, no. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm so excited for the finale. So, I'm guessing that's it for Tecteun. Interesting. So yeah, it does seem like things are definitely escalating. The serpent. I thought, honestly, I was surprised that they got rid of Tecteun, to be fair, because I thought she would have been dragged out at least until the regeneration. But yeah, yeah, that was really really intriguing, especially with the mystique of the the grasp that is so close of getting her past all. Yeah, of course they're going to be her missing memories are going to be bloody contained in the fob watch. I don't know how I didn't see that coming, to be fair, but it makes sense, like I said. So yeah, Kate, we even had a Brick cameo in a sense. Just everything. Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen next week. So, because it's all kicking off. It will be very, very intriguing to see what does happen now in the final chapter for Flux. My main worry is that it's there's a lot of things going on, and I certainly felt that way with this episode, that you just worry that things are going to be that there's a case of so many eggs in one basket. Because you have the Doctor now meeting with Azure and Swarm, and you've got that intrigue about the Doctor's past, which I'm not sure if there is an inevitability that we're going to explore the missing memories of the Doctor, or if they're going to leave that a mystery. I don't know. But we've got that going on. We've got Vinder meeting with Dan's, his... the person that Dan's crushing, should I say, in the passenger. So there's that. We've got Yaz, we've got Jericho and Dan, who've now been met with a swarm of Sontarans. And you got the Carvinister Bell situation. There is quite a lot of stuff that is happening. And we've also got Kate as well. So, yeah, I am just trying to think, because obviously this is not going to be a 2-hour final episode. It would be nice if it would. Just saying. But no, it would be very, very nice if it was that. But that's my main worry, that things are just going to be too crowded and we're not going to get a smooth conclusion, but we'll just have to wait and see. Because we've also got the final, I'm assuming the final showdown with Azura and Swarm, surely. But yeah, I'm just, there's just a side of me that is a bit worried. So yeah, but it was very, very interesting. I will say, obviously, there was a lot more intrigue with the Doctor and Tecteun and that confrontation. Like I said, I was expecting her to last a bit longer, but Azure and Swarm were like, nah, you're not doing that. Interesting that Swarm did mention about the fact that he was also, I guess, a prisoner to Tecteun, because let's face it, a prisoner would be the right word, I would guess, for both the Doctor and, I guess, Swarm's sake. And I'm wondering if something resides there in terms of with the experimentation that Tecteun performed on the Timeless Child, and with Swarm seemingly confirming that he was a prisoner. I'm wondering if something resides there. Of course, that would go akin to their rivalry that Swarm keeps harping on about, which the Doctor doesn't remember. So, yeah, but... yeah, it will be very, very interesting to see what does happen, because, yeah, but we've also got, like, a bit of a reveal regarding why Tecteun was doing that. I had a feeling it was going to be Tecteun, because I did mention it in episode 3, is this Tecteun? So, yeah, I wasn't really... throwing a big deal about the reveal, because I think it was pretty much obvious there. It would have been nice to have her be revealed to be the Rani. Ooh. I was so tempted to just think, oh, is this a certain Time Lord? But we have to remember Tecteun did experiment on the Doctor so she could take the spoils. So yeah. But yeah, I was hoping that it would be a Time Lord that we would recognize in terms of history, whether it be the Rani, whether it be Rassilon. But it was interesting to find out some, of course, further explanation regarding why the division was doing this in terms of flux, and it's because they basically said, yeah, I'm not dealing with the Doctor. Yeah, this universe can perish, basically. Yeah, it was basically an effort because the Doctor was just going to keep coming for them, and they were not here for that shit. So, yeah. So, yeah, but it is very, very interesting how Tecteun made those parallels between herself and the Doctor. We're just alike, but of course there is a lot more of a moral reasoning with the Doctor, which was the problem for Tecteun, that the Doctor had that morality thing. He even made a very, very interesting quote regarding the Doctor having morality being her flaw. There is an unethical side of things with Tecteun, as we kind of gathered anyways with the Timeless Children. When we saw in the flashbacks her just performing experiments because, regeneration, that's going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, we just basically got a bit of information with Tecteun taking the Doctor to Gallifrey and, basically taking the spoils for herself, and putting, of course, a nefarious intent in terms of these experimentations, taking the Doctor in and basically trying to sugarcoat it as, you should be privileged. We gave you a great life, etc. Well, I gave you a great life, etc. And yeah, so, yeah, basically, to summarize, Tecteun is a massive dick. So, yeah. But it was very, very interesting to find to have this confrontation with the Doctor and Tecteun. I will say, there was a little bit of me that was a bit bummed out with how quickly the whole Doctor Weeping Angel thing was resolved. Because even if it was inevitable, I thought there would be some kind of long-term continuation, I guess, of that angle. But it was, of course, a way to get her to Division, etc. So, awesome sauce. But I did like that bit where she did confront, of course, the angels. The angel she was knocking on the head, and there was that sinister voice as well. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I am really curious to see how this confrontation with the Doctor and Azure and Swarm is going to, how it's going to go down, how it's going to conclude, especially with the Sontarans invading Earth on all offenses, because there's 1904. I think it is, where Dan and Co are, and present day it's looking really, really great with the Serpent giving the Sontarans an invite. So yeah, it was just very interesting how we focused on his story. We even had a Brigadier cameo, which did warm the heart a bit, because we did hear his voice. So it was like, but I was kind of hoping for a reference. If we were going to delve into like the 60s, let's have a reference. Come on. And voila. So, I think we got more than that, to be fair. Like, they could have just had I guess a third person reference, but we heard his voice. So that was really, really wholesome. But yeah, Serpent, which obviously this infiltration, it's funny because I'm made a mention, it's Hydra all over again. And of course, Serpent, Hydra, yeah, something similar. So yeah, in terms of the type of animal it is, but because there are people within UNIT seemingly under the thrall of the Serpent. So yeah, but it was very interesting to see him just sliver his way into UNIT and take care of anyone getting in its way. So yeah, and I guess we kind of have an explanation to why the Doctor never confronted the Serpent, actually, because obviously the Serpent's been popping around since, I guess, the late 50s, and I think it made reference to how this episode made reference to how the Serpent isn't exactly one for sitting still within UNIT or whatever. It keeps popping in and out in certain aspects. So yeah, like I said, there has to be an explanation to why the Third Doctor never confronted the Serpent, for example, especially since the circumstances with the Doctor being exiled to Earth was pretty significant there. So yeah, but there was that moment with Kate, of course, which was really, really amazing. Like how Kate stood up to the Serpent, took no shit from him. And yeah, I mean, she, I was really, not gonna lie, there was a part of me that was worried that there was gonna be this audacious move to kill Kate off, especially when she said, yeah, your Serpent tricks are not gonna work on me, so don't even try it, buddy. And then, of course, the Serpent bombed her home, so great stuff there. But thankfully, Kate lives to see another day, which is all well and good, but it was really, really great to see Kate return. I knew she was going to return, so yeah, but it was really, really glorious to have her survive and basically shut the trap of the Serpent, really. So yeah. But yeah, we had some small moments with Belle nearly getting so close to Vinda, meeting with Dan's crush. I think it's Diane's her name. So yeah, but yeah, there was that, and yeah, we also had a bit of Dan, Yaz, and Jericho. Jericho's amazing. We got to protect him. I loved the kind of seer, like when they that kind of seer person. I think it was. That was really, really fun. It was unexpected. So yeah, because he was pretty banterous. So I really, really loved that technique there. But I really thought, especially with Yaz and Dan being cut off from the Doctor, that aspect was pretty interesting. Of course, they were trying to find a date with the World's End, which is lovely and all that. But yeah, it's also a matter of them trying to get back to the Doctor, trying to get back to their own time and stop this impending doom of the Flux, of course. I think it's 5th of December. They said they didn't specify a year, but yeah. Well, I think we kind of have an idea anyway, so yeah. but yeah, it was. I just really, really loved that holographic message as well from the Doctor. My heart was beating there, but yeah, there was some pretty nice moments with Yaz, especially with the leadership skills she took in this episode. I was impressed by that. Like, I really loved how she really took initiative and yet still showed some vulnerability as well, because she knows that there is this responsibility, and it's a case of what would the Doctor do, as episode 3. Was it episode 3? It was episode 2, should I say, but still, potato. She took that leadership role, she owned it, but she still was hurting, so I really like the balance there, so yeah, pretty great stuff. But yeah, I thought this episode... pretty interesting stuff. I would say I liked last week's episode a lot better, but I still enjoyed this episode. Just I worry that there is so much going on that things are going to be messy for the final episode, so I would have held back on some aspects, or cut some things out, because I just if next week goes by fine in terms of its pacing, then I obviously my concerns can be retracted. But it's just your general worry. There's so much going on. We've got one episode left in the Flux arc that we've got going on, and with I guess the 3 specials for Jodie not really connected to Flux, I don't expect some aspects to be transferred to the specials. I feel like the next week is wrapping the story for all offenses, I guess. So that makes me worried about, with everything that we've got going on, that we're going to rush things and things are going to be a bit messy. But I might be wrong, and I hope I am, because I don't want this to be a messy conclusion, considering how great Flux has been, in my opinion. But we shall just wait and see. Maybe the multiverse is also setting up for, what's going to happen after Flux. Because we got, of course, the Division working outside of Universe 1, and now Swarm and Azure have achieved that gateway with what they've been harnessing. They can now set their sights to exploring Universe 2, Universe 3. So, yeah. The multiverse is real. I'm just expecting someone to show up. Hello, Doctor, like Doc Ock and whatnot, like in the No Way Home trailer. So yeah, this is where Andrew Garfield denies his involvement in returning as Doctor Who. In Doctor Who, not as Doctor Who. Although Andrew Garfield as the Doctor, I'll take it. But yeah, he obviously, it's so funny actually reflecting to that, because he was in Doctor Who before he became Spider-Man. He was in Series 3. So yeah, but this is where Andrew Garfield is going to come back in Doctor Who, but he's going to be denying these comments and say, he's going to be playing the wolf game. I think it was where he was denying his return in. I know I'm rambling, but I'm just finding the concept of the multiverse very fascinating, especially with Spider-Man: No Way Home, and of course the idea that Tech Tae-yoon was planning on just bailing, on letting Universe 1 crumble, bailing to Universe 2. Yeah. So, this is where Andrew Garfield comes in, despite denying he's coming back in Doctor Who. No, but in all seriousness, I do hope they kind of continue the multiverse thing coming into series, I guess 14 with this new Doctor. I kind of hope that the whole multiverse thing is kind of a setup for things to come, because obviously when you're dealing with the multiverse, that's pretty massive. But also this, of course, ties into Crisis on Infinite Earths, because the Flux, it's basically like Crisis all over again. And what's not only is it universe destroying the Crisis on Infinite Earth story, but it's also related to the multiverse as well. So yeah, coincidence? I think not, but no. Neat episode, and I am worried about next week's episode in terms of its pacing, but I will be intrigued to see what does happen. I might be worried for nothing. We'll just have to wait and see. But it will be very interesting now that Swarm and Azure dealt with Tecteun, dealing with the Doctor. Sontarans are coming to fuck shit up, and I'm assuming any other kind of creatures is gonna try and partake in the spoils, like the Angels, because I don't think we've seen the last of them. I'm hoping the Cybermen as well, because I want to see more of them, because we got to see a brief tease of them in episode 4, but they were just like there. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we get to see more of them, but pretty interesting stuff coming into next week, so I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feed and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!